dropping and choosing options for A-levels and O-levels, how do you know when to take students seriously rather than thinking they're taking the easy way out?
I suppose I better be honest here, and my default position is to think that students are taking the easy way out. And then it's only then actually by talking with them and talking with them parents that you actually then tease out that they are being serious. But I think maybe I'm being unkind to people, but I think that a lot of the people who ask to drop exams or ask to change subjects, first of all, they haven't given it a chance. Secondly, they're not prepared to challenge themselves. And thirdly, if you can't survive on an IGCSE course, how on earth are you going to survive at A-level? Or how on earth are you going to survive at university? You know, your own, I know this probably sounds a bit unkind, but you're only asked to do 8 O-levels. Now the norm these days is 10, sometimes even 12. We have students that come to us from the Gulf and they've done 11 and 12 IGCSEs and they thought nothing of it because that's what's standard. And then we've got people here who's saying, oh, I can't cope, I've got 8 O-levels to do, how can I manage everything? I'm sorry, but you have to, because if you can't manage 8 IGCSEs, how on earth are you going to manage a degree or a master's or even a doctorate? You have to. You have to learn, and that part is part of the process, is learning how to manage, learning how to learn. And to be honest, we don't spend enough time teaching you guys how to learn. It's not something that comes automatically. You need to be introduced to different techniques. You need to be able to see different ways. What works for me may not work for you. I was talking to one of your colleagues this morning, she was talking about doing mind maps. Mind maps can confuse me no end. I cannot begin to understand how mind map works. It doesn't work for me, but I have other methods when I'm trying to learn how to do stuff. And also the other thing you have to understand, and maybe this is slightly off the point, but we've learned an awful lot more in the last 15 years about how people learn and how people retain information than we learned in the previous 115 years. And what we know now is why teaching is different, why you are being exposed to different methods than your parents were. And sometimes they don't understand, because at the end of the day, everybody is an education expert, because everybody's been through it. But actually, the way your teachers were taught, we now know, is not the most efficient and most effective way to teach you. And so sometimes we have to do things which your parents don't necessarily agree with, because we know that it's actually, we've got the evidence to